Hey everybody, this is GGB Calls Poppers, and today we're going to be getting into this second quarter of action of this ACC Buccaneers versus the SEC Browns. Remember, this is the biggest game of the year. Only 2 more episodes after this one, so please hit the like and subscribe button for more content like this. And if you're an ACC fan or an SEC fan, let me know in the comment section below. But Lamar Jackson's caught on his scramble and has ended up being sacked by Casey Hayward Jr. and Von Miller. Combination of the two. But, man, the SEC has played well on defense this first half, making turnovers where they can, and they only let up 3 points the entire first quarter, considering how well this ACC offense has done up until that point. So, and the SEC makes another big stop when it needs it the most, and they're going to be punting the ball away from their own 47-yard line. So, let's see how much of a pin this guy can get. Let's see if he can pin him. He gets him to the 16-yard line, and out onto the field trots Mr. Matthew Stafford from Georgia in this SEC offense. And the SEC offense has done pretty well this first quarter, not going to lie. The first quarter. Getting their first position of the second quarter. So, they bring 3 tight ends out of the field. Very likely a run here with Nick Chubb. So instead they go pass, I'm not against that, because considering how great their tight end core is, they have Evan Engram from Ole Miss, they have Jared Cook from South Carolina, and they have Hunter Henry from Arkansas. So some good players on that team. It's weird. None of them come from good schools at football, but they're all good at football. So 2nd and 6. They go run here, and Chubb's basically stopped. So 3rd and 4, big play for Matthew Stafford. They're going to have to convert here if they want to continue this drive. So let's see if Stafford has it in him to convert. They do have some really star weapons on the outside with receivers like Amari Cooper, Mike Evans, and Julio Jones. So let's see what he does here on this 3rd and 4. He goes shotgun with Nick Chubb at his side. Kamara. So he goes and he throws it over to Mr. Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper picks up the first down. Great play by AC. And remember, if you want to see the full extent of these rosters, go check out the first episodes with both these teams in them. The Big 12 at ACC Quarter 1 will have the ACC roster, and the MWC at SEC Quarter 1 will have the entire SEC's roster. If you're wondering who made the roster, I don't know exactly how many people are on it, and what colleges all these guys played at, and which ones went to your school. Just go check out those videos before they have all the players. So if you want, go check those out real quick. Go scroll through my videos. Anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying this one video series. I like posting one a day, so I hope you guys are hooked. I'll be doing this next year, so hope you look forward to it. So Nick Chubb runs over Luke Kuechly to pick up that first down, which is weird, because I don't really see Nick Chubb running over Luke Kuechly in real life, because I don't know if anyone other than maybe Derrick Henry can run over Luke Kuechly. He's Luke Kuechly. But 1st and 10 for the SEC regardless. They bring 3 tight ends out of the field. We all know that that's the favorite formation for the SEC. So anyways, they go pass here. They throw it over the middle, and huge miss on the tackle by that ACC player. And they had a chance to make a big-time play, and they did not make it. They failed at that. They were not good at that, making the big-time play. Anyways, 1st and 10 for Matthew Stafford in this SEC Browns offense. So he's going to drop back to pass. He has time to survey the field. He actually goes downfield to Evan Engram, picks up a good amount of yards to get us all the way to the 15-yard line. So great play by Evan Engram, the man, the myth, the legend out of Ole Miss. He's a giant, if you didn't know. And not actually that he's really tall, but in real life, he's a New York Giant. So hopefully you're not confused about that. Hopefully you don't think he's a mythological creature. But 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Got about 11 minutes remaining in this second quarter of action. And SEC's had a really good drive so far. So they bring Kerry Blasingame onto the field, the fullback out of Vanderbilt. And Derrick Henry stopped almost immediately by Tremaine Edmonds. Great play by the man, at the myth, the legend, out of Virginia Tech, stopping Derrick Henry out of Alabama. So 2nd and 8. We're honestly not going to see a lot of Derrick Henry today. We'll see a little bit of him, but he's their power back. We're mostly going to be seeing Nick Chubb today. We'll see a little bit of Alvin Kamara from Tennessee mixed in as like a faster running back, but we're not going to see too much of either of those guys except for Nick Chubb. So 3rd and 7. Definitely going to be interesting to see what Freddie Kitchens calls up here. He's not the greatest at, coaching or calling offensive plays or doing anything really. But 3rd and 7. Let's see what the SEC can do here. Stafford drops back to pass. He throws over the middle. Touchdown, Mr. Mike Evans out of Texas A&M. So he gets his 2nd touchdown of the day. Obviously, you can see Mike Evans is doing pretty well. Honestly, though, the ACC defense has been done a pretty good job of locking up Julio Jones. I have not said his name this much this game. And good job for Mike Evans, though. He's stepping it up when his team needs it the most. Definitely need some production if Julio Jones is not working out. So, Josh Lambo on to attempt the PAT. He snaps. It's held by Dak Prescott from Mississippi State. Josh Lambo nails a field goal. And as you can see, they're obviously very elated. They're happy that they got a touchdown. Watch. Before. Dang it, they're not going to do anything. I thought they were going to do something special instead of just pointing at the camera. But Freddie Kitchens' team did not do anything that was special, and that's upsetting. But one of these teams will be walking away with the first Conference of Champions trophy for their conference. Definitely need to come out on top here if they want to be named the best conference in all of college football. And they'll hold the title for exactly 1 year unless they repeat it. So anyways, we're going to see a return here by Sammy Watkins. He's going to get it all the way out to the 27-yard line. I mean, it's better than not returning it, I guess, because you get some yardage extra. And it's not like Sammy Watkins is going to be worn out and go out on the field. Which is why it's perfect for Sammy Watkins to return, because he doesn't have to come out onto that field immediately. The same thing for Tre'Davious White in the SEC. He's not going to be coming out on defense because the offense is coming out if he's returning. So, 1st and 10. Lamar Jackson goes 5 wide. That's probably a holding call, not going to lie. Yeah, definitely a holding call against Mr. Dwayne Brown. So Dwayne Brown out of Virginia Tech gets the penalty, and it brings up a 1st and 20 for this ACC offense. Definitely going to be... So Lamar Jackson goes run here. He really takes the risk by getting hit. I feel like he could have ran that guy to the right, and he had a running back in front of him to get away. But he does pick up 6 yards. Jamal Adams did get the big hit on him, though, so that's unfortunate for, Lamar that he had to deal with that. But at least he didn't fumble it. So 2nd and 14. Lamar Jackson, I bet this is in a run as well. He has Devonta Freeman on the field, so he goes like a little crossing route. Fortunately, he's unable to convert. And 3rd and 14. So 3rd and long here. Definitely need to come up with a unique play call. Try to pick up this 1st down. So I'm expecting to see Von Miller rush the passer. As you can see, there's 3 superstar X Factors after him and Myles Garrett. So 3rd and 14. Let's see what Lamar Jackson can do on offense. So they go play action, which everyone knew he was going to throw. And he throws it over the middle and picks up the 1st down. Great play by Lamar, putting exactly where it needs to be. For the man, the myth, the legend himself, the future Hall of Famer, Larry Fitzgerald, to make the catch. Honestly, still, in real life, one of the most consistent wide receivers in the NFL. He doesn't really drop anything, and he really has been a great receiver for a lot of quarterbacks in Arizona. And it's going to be weird to see him not play any much longer, but he's eventually going to retire. But 1st and 10. Let's see what Lamar does here. So he goes little draw play. Devonta Freeman picks up about 5 yards, brings up a 2nd and 5. So the ACC got it back together. I mean, that 1st and 20 thing really looked like it was going to be the end of them on that drive, but luckily Lamar was able to find reliable Larry Fitzgerald, and the drive seems to be on track again. So 2nd and 5, Lamar Jackson drops back to pass. He throws over the middle and gets it. A 1st down, big play, gets it into enemy territory. Great find to Mr. Greg Olsen. So good play by Lamar throwing the ball. Man, I expect to see a lot more runs out of Lamar so far, and he has not run as much as I thought he would. I mean, he is Lamar Jackson, so I mean, it's really hard to run as much as you think Lamar will, but most of the time he runs a good amount. He just hasn't run that much today. They haven't had any specific running plays for him, like a read option, but that's because they're running Tampa's offense, and Jameis Winston is not a read option quarterback. So Lamar drops back to pass. He throws over the middle, picks up about 5 yards. Another 5-yard gain. 1st down to Tyler Boyd. And really, you can see he's trying to get everyone involved here. You see a little bit going to DeAndre Hopkins and Devontae Parker, but he got like Greg Olsen involved on this drive and Larry Fitzgerald and Tyler Boyd. So definitely seems like he's trying to get all his weapons involved here early. So 2nd and 5, see what they do here. So you go run with Devonta Freeman, who picks up about 4 yards and is going to bring up 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see if the ACC can convert on this 3rd and 1. I feel like I would definitely give it to Devonta Freeman. He's definitely seemed to have the hot hand at running back so far. Even though you do have Dalvin Cook, I feel like right now Devonta Freeman's a little bit better. So anyways, they go little slant patterns, but he's able to dump it off to Greg Olsen and pick up the 1st down. And Greg Olsen's getting up there in age, and so is Eric Ebron. So it's going to be interesting to see who takes over that tight end position once both those two guys are gone. Again, 2 of the best old guys in the league, Eric Ebron and Greg Olsen. Greg Olsen's really kind of old, but he's still playing the game, so, I mean, he's going to be in next year's Madden unless he retires before the season started. We saw that with Andrew Luck. But 1st and 10, Lamar Jackson and shotgun. See what they do here. So he snaps the ball. He drops back to pass. He scans the field. He throws. He hits the curl route to none other than Mr. Devontae Parker. Great play by him once again. And you can see Devontae Parker's definitely seeming to become a very talented he's a younger receiver on this team. So it's going to be interesting to see how he becomes more involved in their game plans in the future. So 1st and 10. They go run with Dalvin Cook. Goes up the middle. It picks up about 3 yards, bringing up a 2nd and 7. So the SEC is definitely going to have to learn how to control Lamar and his speed. But it seems like they've done it pretty well in the 2nd quarter. It's what killed the Big Ten and the Big 12. So if the SEC wants to win here, they definitely need to figure out how to control Lamar Jackson's speed. Not many teams were able to do it in real life, so I don't know if Freddie Kitchens is going to be able to scheme around that. So they go run here with Dalvin Cook. Cook picks up a lot of yardage, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, bringing it to 14-10. Great play by Dalvin Cook, getting his first rushing touchdown of the day. And he's had a great games in the past few games against the Big Ten and the Big 12, and ACC's they're really kicking it up their play, and they definitely seem like they're ready to win this championship, especially since they're starting a power run that I don't know if we're going to see in a long time. And while I do have some confidence the Big 12 will be in the conversation every year just because of Patrick Mahomes, ACC has built such a team up around Lamar Jackson with players like Devontae Parker and Dalvin Cook. There's just so many star players on this team. Defense is solid all around. And I feel like it's going to be these top 3 teams, the SEC, ACC, and the Big Ten for a long time, just banging heads. Because although the quarterbacks are getting up there in age, Matt Stafford and Russell Wilson, it definitely seems like those 3, even if they don't have a really strong quarterback play. They've built such a team up around these players that they can win without a strong quarterback. So, well, the Pac-12s are gonna be is gonna be in the conversation every time. It's gonna be weird to see the Redskins in the playoffs, but anyways, we're gonna have. It's gonna be crazy. The Pac-12 is always gonna be in the conversation. You got. As long as you have Aaron Rodgers can go out there and win you games. He almost won that FCS Division II, Division III game. That's the smaller schools. They're probably always going to be in it because, let's be honest, Carson Wentz and Jimmy G are both good enough quarterbacks to keep their teams in games, even if they're outmatched. And finally, Big 12, you have Patrick Mahomes. But anyways, Matt Stafford drops back to pass. He has literally all the time in the world to find the wide open tight end Evan Engram on the left side of the field. So, third catch for Evan Engram. He hasn't had a fantastic day, but he's had a pretty solid day as of this point. He's been doing pretty well for himself, picking up a lot of first downs for this team. And if you're going to match him up with Justin Simmons, he's definitely going to be the bigger target there. Lamar Jackson, what's wrong, buddy? You just led your team on a touchdown drive. I feel like you should be a little bit happier about that, but okay. So, Matt Stafford drops back into shotgun. It doesn't seem like a lot of people are going standard pass here. So, anyways, he's going to throw it, and it's going to be dropped. Big miss there. So, that's unfortunate for the SEC. But the ACC is a little bit more fortunate. You definitely don't want to going down and getting points, especially not a touchdown, especially when you cut this lead to only 4 points. They get a field goal here, it's a 7-point game, and you're not going to be able to take the lead. So, definitely want to stop on this drive. Ooh, intercepted. He's going. He's gone. Touchdown. Matt Stafford makes an ill-advised pass, and it turns out to be a huge mistake, and he pays for it with the touchdown. And suddenly, the ACC Buccaneers are up by a field goal. So, great play. Reading the curl route, ACC Quarter, doing a great job. And Justin Simmons, John Johnson III is able to get in front of that ball, pick it off, and bring it to the house, putting his team in the lead. Look at his little dance moves. They're amazing. But Daniel Hunter's disappointed. Boy, you don't have to go on defense anymore. It's fine. But, definitely a big play by John Johnson III to put the ACC up like that. Remember, though, there's still 4.5 minutes left in this first half, so a lot of crazy stuff can still happen before halftime. So, definitely going to see what the SEC and ACC have in their 4-minute offenses. But John Johnson III made a big-time play in a big-time moment. So, great for him. And Bruce Arians has got to be excited. He has a chance to get his first ever Super Bowl ring with these ACC Buccaneers. Get a chance to get the title. And considering how long Bruce Arians has worked for this, taking the Cardinals to the Super Bowl one year, he's really one of the best head coaches in the NFL. He really deserves to get a Super Bowl ring at some point in his career, but I hope it doesn't happen, as I'm a Saints fan, and I don't want it to. But anyway, Stafford's going to take the field, and let's see how he responds to this. Remember, last time he went out there, he did throw a pick six that put the ACC in the lead instead of the SEC being in control of this game. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how he responds, see if he keeps slinging the ball around there, or if the coach does a little bit more conservative plays. So 1st and 10, they go run here, so that's definitely more conservative for him. But great run by Alvin Kamara from Tennessee, picks up about 7 yards, and it's definitely, the clock keeps ticking. And if you're the ACC, you kind of want the ball again before halftime, obviously. So you have a chance to take an even bigger lead before halftime. You're only up by 3 now. But you definitely don't want them to score and tie the game up before halftime. So 2nd and 3, they go run, and Nick Chubb is quickly stuffed up the middle. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5, 3-yard loss, tackled by Luke Kuechly. As you can see, Luke Kuechly is a very good middle linebacker, and it's going to be really interesting to see how the next middle linebacker responds to him being in the shoes of this great middle linebacker who, honestly, one of the best I've ever seen play the game. And it's going to be interesting but there's a lot of players to pick up slack. Chandler Jones, left outside linebacker, is going to be a big part of that. So, anyways, they go screen pass here, and he is tackled in the backfield. Good play by the ACC defense, stopping Alvin Kamara. But brings up a 4th and 7, and another play by John Johnson III, and he definitely seems to be pretty active in this game so far. But they're going to be punting the ball away to the ACC, and we're going to get to see if Lamar Jackson has a little bit of magic in him to drive down the football field in I'd say about 2.5 minutes if this team chooses the clock correctly. It's not going to, though, so probably about 2:45. So they're going to be getting it about 22-yard of 17-yard line. I was way off. I'm a Dumbo. But 2 minutes, 42 seconds left. Let's see if DeAndre Hopkins, Lamar Jackson, Devontae Parker, Greg Olsen, and this explosive offense is able to drive down this football field. Remember, they still have all 3 of their timeouts, I think. And so they go run here, which is what? I don't quite understand the logic there. But maybe there's some logic. But 2nd and 9. I feel like there's going to be one more play before the 2-minute warning here. So get ready for it. So yeah, definitely going to be doing one more play. Maybe even 2 more plays. Who knows? But 2nd and 9. Lamar Jackson drops back to pass. He throws over the middle. And he picks the Greg Olsen. No, not Greg Olsen. What was that? No, it was right the first time. Greg Olsen picks up about 3 yards maybe. And then brings up a 3rd and 6. So 2-minute warning coming up here. ACC Buccaneers up by 3. So the SEC Browns they could get a stop here. Then they could get the ball back. Could get a field goal before halftime. Maybe even a touchdown to take the lead. So the world's their oyster for the SEC. But for the ACC, Greg Olsen stopped just before he gets the first down, bringing up a 4th and 1. And then we're going to have to punt this ball away to the SEC offense and hope and pray that their defense has enough in them to stop the SEC from going down this field and getting any points before halftime. Calais Campbell giving some words to his quarterback, Lamar Jackson, which in real life they are on the same team. Calais Campbell being traded to the Ravens this offseason. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see next year how much of a difference that's going to affect the Ravens defense. Definitely seems like they were a little bit lacking in the pass rush department this year. But as you can see, Matt Stafford hasn't had a bad day. I mean, he hasn't had a great day either, other than that one interception, though he hasn't made a lot of mistakes. So he has 1:45 left to go down this football field. So let's see if he can do it. Drops back to pass. He goes slant route. Who's tackled just before picking up the first down. Picks up 8 yards, 2nd and 2. And honestly, you need to go hurry up or use timeouts if you're the SEC. Like, come on. You're wasting time by going huddle here. I guess you don't want to give the ACC time. Okay, that's not no huddle. When you go no huddle, it means you don't have a huddle. It doesn't mean you have a huddle. So he throws it, and it's just completely inaccurate. Does just go straight into the ground. You get a wide open running back, but Matt Stafford's unable to hit him. Brings up a 3rd and 2. Definitely going to be interesting to see what the ACC does on this play. So 3rd and 2. See if they go run or something else here. They go pass. They decide to go pass, and they go over the middle, and they get it to Mike Evans and gets it into ACC territory. And you got to start using timeouts if you're the SEC. You still have 2 remaining after you used that one on the last drive after stopping the ACC, but you still have 2 timeouts remaining. You cannot let this... They wasted precious time on that clock by calling their timeout as late as they did. But as you can see, the Super Bowl is lighting up. Very excited fans in the stadiums. I don't know if they're SEC fans or ACC fans, but obviously they're one. I feel like it's an SEC fan, but definitely the ACC needs to step up here on defense so that the SEC does not tie them. So it's 1st and 10. Let's see what Matt Stafford has in him. So he drops back to pass. He scans the field. He throws deep. Unable to get 2 feet in bounds. Could have been a big play for the SEC and basically made sure they were at least going to get a field goal in that drive. But fortunately for them, Mike Evans unable to keep his 2 feet in bounds and brings up a 2nd and 10. So let's see what Freddie Kitchens runs here. So Matt Stafford drops back to pass. He's under pressure finally, and he dumps it off to his running back, Alvin Kamara, who's quickly tackled, bringing up a 3rd and 8. So I think at this point, if I'm the SEC, kind of let this clock chew for a little bit. You definitely don't want to give the ACC time to go down the field, especially if you think you're going to go for a field goal. I don't think you should, but so 33 seconds left. He goes to the guy that's 2 billion feet out of bounds. But there's 30 seconds left. 4th and 8. I think they should definitely try to punt this. Just play for another down. You're definitely not going to make the field goal. So what's the point of trying? All you get is pain. But 4th and 8, definitely going to be... Yeah, they go punt here. It's the only thing that makes sense. Punt it out the back of the end zone. It's going to be barely enough time anyways. So 26 seconds left. They get it at the 23-yard line. So let's see if the ACC can do anything before halftime. Definitely going to be interesting here if they just try to run out the clock or try to do something important. Anyways, this video is coming to an end, you guys. I'd like to say a couple words before we're gone. Anyways, I'd like to say thank you for watching the video. First off, comment in the comment section below if you have any future ideas for videos, whether it's Madden or actual football stuff. Football information. Great run by Devontae Parker. But also, smash that like button. Definitely would make me and Poppers feel a lot better if we know our videos are getting watched. So just go do that real quick. It takes almost no time out of your day, and it makes our days an infinitesimal... that's the wrong word. An infinitely better day. I don't know why the ACC did not call out a timeout here. They can probably do something here, but, they decided not to do it. Anyways, also hit that subscribe button. Give me that 17th subscriber. Anyways, this is GGB, Colors Pepper saying adios, amigos.